Alright, so Kashin Koji and Sasuke are definitely two of the most powerful people in the Boruto era. Both of them can be considered Boruto sensei, as they contributed a lot to his current fighting style. With this in mind, I decided to put them up in a versus battle against each other to see which one of Boruto's senseis would come out on top. Kashin Koji vs Sasuke reminds me a lot of the old Jiraiya vs Itachi debate, so I definitely wanted to give my thoughts on who would win this fight. So to start it off, I'm going to go over Sasuke's scaling. Sasuke in the Boruto era is consistently portrayed to be an Otsutsuki level threat, as he's shown fighting against multiple Otsutsuki during his time in Boruto. He's also considered to have strength equal to Naruto, and Naruto is widely considered to be stronger than every other shinobi. So Sasuke's power is at the top of the shinobi world, as well as being Otsutsuki level. When it comes to his abilities, we know he had both the Rinnegan and the Mangekyo Sharingan, so he has access to all the six paths techniques Pain used, like stealing your soul or absorbing jutsu, and he also has his signature teleportation jutsu. Plus he has his Sharingan abilities like precognition and having a Susanoo. Sasuke also has access to all five chakra natures. However, as an adult, he still mainly uses lightning style and fire style. Sasuke is also a great swordsman and can fight well in close quarters combat, as shown in his fight against Kenshiki. Sasuke's overall arsenal and abilities are pretty vast, but since we're comparing him to Kashin Koji, he's not completely unmatched. When it comes to Kashin Koji's power, I don't think it's really a hot take to say he should be very comparable to Sasuke. The first way you can come to this conclusion is by looking at the narrative between him and Delta. When Delta says she won't turn a blind eye to mutiny, Koji says he's gonna have to take her out. Not only is Koji confident in taking out Delta while he's in base, Amato also kinda agrees that he could do it, but says that it won't be necessary for him to do. Amato literally enhanced both Koji and Delta, so he should have a high understanding of both of their abilities. Koji being able to fight and defeat Delta in base is really impressive when you factor in the battle she had with Naruto. It's stated multiple times that Naruto had to go all out against Delta. I mean, Naruto himself says he's going all out. There's like a Boruto DVD set, I believe, that says Naruto was threatened by Delta's move on the leaf. And it's stated that Naruto put his life on the line to protect Kawaki while fighting Delta. Clearly, Delta is meant to be someone that can pose a threat to Naruto. The people that more or less downplay Delta says that since Naruto wasn't trying to kill her, that means he couldn't have been going all out. But I heavily disagree with that type of thinking. In chapter 354, it's explained to us that when you're trying to fight someone to capture them alive instead of trying to kill them, it takes more finesse to do so. Basically, you need to have a higher level of skill to keep the target alive. So Naruto fighting while trying to keep Delta alive means he had a lot more skill than her and could more or less control the fight through skill. That doesn't mean Naruto was holding back his power. There's no evidence or reason to conclude that fighting while trying to keep someone alive means you're holding back your strength. All that means is that you have more skill than your opponent. So since Delta scales to Naruto, and Kashin Koji in base was going to defeat Delta, that should mean a full power Sage Koji can keep up with someone as strong as Sasuke. Besides using Delta to get Kashin Koji to Otsutsuki level, it's just outright stated that all of the Kara Inners have Otsutsuki level powers. This is likely because each inner was implanted with Shibai cells, and we know from the original manga with Hashirama cells that having cells implanted in you from someone strong will definitely boost your stats. So narratively, Kashin Koji is someone that's supposed to be Otsutsuki level. Now switching over to Koji's abilities, even though we haven't seen him do too much in action, we do know his fighting style is just like Jiraiya's, as Naruto notes this when he's watching Koji fight Jigen. Since Koji also has Sage Mode and can use the Rasengan, it's sort of implied he has knowledge of and can use all of Jiraiya's techniques and abilities. If this is the case, Kashin Koji should be able to use 4 out of the 5 chakra natures, just like Jiraiya. He should also have Jiraiya's barrier ninjutsu, sealing jutsu, and all of his other various jutsu. On top of having Jiraiya's abilities, Koji also has a shinjutsu called Prescience, which allows him to see all possible futures. Koji is pretty stacked when it comes to abilities, and in this versus match with Sasuke, a lot of these abilities are going to be useful for him. So now that I've gone over both Sasuke and Koji, I'm going to go over how their abilities would counteract with one another, and who should ultimately win this fight. Starting off, Sasuke's Rinnegan teleportation isn't really going to be too much of an issue for Koji. Koji has Jiraiya's barrier ninjutsu, so he would be able to detect Sasuke's teleportation, and Koji's Sage Mode should let him react to Sasuke's teleportation anyways, since we've seen in the past with Tobirama and Madara that Sage Power lets you react to teleportation. When it comes to Sasuke's ocular powers, they won't catch Koji off guard, since Koji should have Jiraiya's experience of fighting against the Rinnegan, and Jiraiya was confident in fighting against Itachi's Mangekyo. Even though Sasuke's eyes won't catch Koji off guard, they still would give Koji some trouble. Sasuke with his Rinnegan should be able to absorb all of Koji's ninjutsu. Even though we barely see him do it, it's still an ability he has. Sasuke also has his perfect Susanoo, which does increase his durability. Even though Koji might be able to break the Susanoo, the fact that it can fly might put Koji in a tough position. However, there is a possibility Koji could use Flying Raijin to get to the Susanoo. It's stated Koji actually helped Boruto develop his own Flying Raijin, and if Koji did help him develop it, then he should have an understanding of how it works and might be able to do it himself. Just as Boruto threw a shuriken and could teleport to it, Koji might be able to throw something at the Susanoo, teleport to it, and slam a Rasengan on it. If it comes down to a taijutsu fight, since Sasuke has precognition through his Sharingan and Koji has danger sensing through Sage Mode, I don't think either one of them would have a speed edge, but since Sage Mode notably makes you more durable, Sasuke would be at a disadvantage trying to go blow for blow with Koji. The last ability I want to go over for this matchup is Koji's Shinjutsu. We don't have too much information about it as of October 2024, but based on what we know, its use in combat could be pretty broken. Koji might be able to see how the fight can go before it even happens, and then plan ahead to catch Sasuke in the trap. Maybe in the future, just like with Daemon Shinjutsu, it'll get nerfed, but based on what we know now, Koji should be able to do that, and he would just know what Sasuke is going to do before he even does it. So with all that being said, when it comes to Sasuke versus Kashin Koji, I think realistically Koji has the edge. Sasuke might be able to absorb Koji's ninjutsu, but Sasuke doesn't have any attacks that Koji can't avoid. So it inevitably would come down to a taijutsu match, and since Koji has Sage Mode, he should win that. I know there's a few people that's going to be like, oh, well, Sasuke can just nuke the battlefield with meteors or whatever, but Sasuke really doesn't fight like that, and even if we say he does do that, Koji can just potentially use Flying Raijin to get away, or he can at least summon the Toad and reverse summon away from the explosions. The only thing that Sasuke has that'll really give Koji trouble is the Susanoo, since Koji can't just one-shot it like Jigen could. He'd have to progressively destroy it. But once he does, I don't see Sasuke being able to do anything fatal to Koji. I'd say Koji takes the fight 7 out of 10 times, because there's always a chance Sasuke could do something that's really clutch to win. But for the most part, Koji's experience and Sage abilities should give him the edge on Sasuke. So yeah, that's about it for the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like it and subscribe to see more. Thanks for watching.